so much for coming to my event today. Today I am doing my speech on plastic surgery and why I'm against it. I feel like it is so important for us to talk about this subject because there's so much happening in the world, and especially with plastic surgery, and we don't have all the information that we should look into before deciding to do plastic surgery. And why are we so unhappy with ourselves where we do plastic surgery? This is something I'm honestly against unless it's necessary, like due to medical problems, or if there's like some type of a severe freak accident, something like that, where you do need plastic surgery. I've done research on plastic surgery, and I was very surprised to find that 92% of people that actually get plastic surgery, they're all women. So 92%, that's a big number where it's mostly women, females that are undergoing the knife because they're so insecure about their looks and unhappy with how they look. Plastic surgery has become like a booming business. It has become a booming industry where people are making money off of this. They're actually profiting money due to the fact that us women are so unhappy and not confident in ourselves. So we're spending a lot of our money that we could use in other things that are needed in our lives, but we instead choose to use it on plastic surgery because we feel like we need to change ourselves for others. And it's very sad that most of this is due to being so unhappy with yourself and also being insecure. There's a lot of risks when it comes to plastic surgery. For example, there's infections. When you get anesthesia, you could have things go wrong. When you're under anesthesia, there's fluids where they're stuck in the incisions where they get infections. These are all some of the things that are things that go wrong. Sometimes even the incisions, it takes a long time for the incision to heal where they cut you open. There's like blood clots. A lot of people face the danger of having blood clots due to these surgeries. Some people get like excessive bruising, even bleeding. And a lot of the people that actually do the plastic surgery at the end are very unhappy with the results. They are not happy with the results. And because there's a lot of scarring after surgery also. You get to see that after you were cut, there's scars because of that. There was a study actually done on patients that have had plastic surgery, and 64.6% of the patients stated that they had complications regarding like the fillers. How I'm sure all of you have heard of fillers. 64.6% of these patients said they had complications, and 15.3% have the fillers that they had done removed because they were so unhappy with it. And sometimes that unnatural eye lift can result like nerve damage in your eyes. It can cause numbness, tingling, weakness around the eye. Sometimes it actually causes people to have difficulty with their vision. The vision changes. Even the shape of your eye could possibly open because of this. There is this procedure, it's called BBL procedure, and it's one of the most dangerous procedures to be done on a person because it has a high risk of fat embolism or pulmonary embolism, which can actually lead to death. It's like one of those really dangerous procedures that you can have done. And I was actually pretty shocked about that when I read about it. I'm like, wow, this is so crazy. And then another thing about plastic surgery, it is very expensive. You have to put a lot of money into it to be able to change your appearance. And most of the times, actually, like a lot of the time, it's not even covered by insurance. Insurance does not even cover any type of procedure like this. So you have to pay for these type of procedures out of your pocket. And 65% of people that actually do plastic surgery at the end, they regret it. That's something that they regret. This study was done by this medical accident group, and they said that with the research that they did, 28% of those people that did plastic surgery were happy with the results. And then 83% of the poll, people who had plastic surgery will not have a second surgery because it was so much that they have to deal with that they're not happy, and they choose not to do a second surgery. This is something that's happening nowadays with a lot of women. It used to be where people, like women of older age, would get it because like they wanted to get rid of the wrinkles, or it was things like that like it was a lot of Botox maybe, but not so much plastic surgery. But in the past a few years, it has gone crazy where it's like you see it so much. You see more people getting plastic surgery than you've ever seen before. And I feel like I don't know, like the cities we live in, the people that are around us, the insecurities that we have about ourselves, being so unhappy, creates all of this into our minds. Like, hey, what if I do this with my body? Like, what will I look like, or how so and so will think of me? And I think a lot of people do it for image, and it's very unfortunate that you want to be looked at as a product or as an object. You want to be known or seen by others as what you've worked so hard on, like how intelligent you are, how beautiful you are naturally. And God has created us with with everything that we have, like our vision, we have our able to use our arms fully, we're able to use our legs. Imagine if somebody had a disability, they did not have both of their legs, they did not have both of their arms, or they were born blind, or they lost their vision due to a car accident, or they were walking they were walking for so many years, and all of a sudden they got into a really bad accident and ended up not ever walking again. Like, what do you say for people like that? So I feel like, us coming into this world and having this natural beauty and being happy with ourselves and confident, and just working on our profession, and how can I better myself, how can I learn more about my future, how can I build my career, how can I become a successful woman, how can I invest my money into my future so I have a successful life, so I don't have to rely on others. I don't think anybody will be happy with themselves when at the end of the day you go through all these plastic surgeries just to make other people happy, and then and then they look at you as an object. Nobody wants to be seen an object. I'd rather live a legacy where people talk about like how much I've done in this world, like where my career took me, what changes I made in this world, what differences, what kind of a difference I made in this world, how was I an impact on somebody's life. So that's the reason why I'm so against plastic surgery when it's not needed. I mean, if it is needed, like I said, if there's a freak accident, or you have to get this plastic surgery because of some type of an injury, that's totally understandable. It's okay to do that. But if you're just perfectly fine and you're doing it because your friends are doing it, or you're doing it because you want to be looked at differently, I feel like it's not a good reason to waste your money, you know, like you're wasting your money. So I feel like all of that money that you're putting into plastic surgery, you could put that into your future. You could buy something to make yourself happy instead of spending it on something that is almost going to become like an addiction. You get one part of your body done, then you want to do the next part, and then the next part, and then all of a sudden you're just like obsessed with, you know, looking so perfect for other people. So I just wanted to, you know, do my speech on this particular particular thing, because I feel like it's so important for us women to understand, okay, why am I doing plastic surgery? What are all the pros? What are all the cons regarding this surgery? Am I gonna get any benefit from it? Like, what am I doing this for? Like, what are my really good reasons? Do I have a really good reason why I'm doing this plastic surgery, or do I have just this extra money, I just want to spend it on something, and you decide to use it on plastic surgery? So honestly, like, I just want to be a good example for women. I want to be a role model for women. I want women to look at me and say, hey, thank you for talking me out of this, because if I had done it, I know I would have regretted it, and I would have probably said, I wish I never done it. So I want to be able to bring this to women's attention. Like, the next time they think about having like some type of a, you know, procedure done or plastic surgery, they really think about it. They do their research, and if this is something that they really, really want to do, okay, fine. But you know, I feel like that a lot of women that are doing these procedures, they have no idea like how much harm it could cause them, and they're getting themselves, you know, these plastic surgeries, and later on, you know, I said before too, like, they regret how it makes them look, or there's complications, or it was nothing like they, you know, they expected. They were expecting better results or something looking different, and it's totally different from their perspective. So thank you so much for coming today and listening to my speech. I really do appreciate it. And I'm hoping that any of you, if you ever think about doing any type of procedure like this, that you do your research, you collect all the information that you need to make sure that you make a great decision that you do not regret later on. And I'm hoping that, like, every woman that I encounter, they're very happy with what they look, you know, how they look, with their natural look. Just be bold, be beautiful in your own skin, be happy, be confident, focus on your career, get your higher education, become like the best version of yourself through education, through your natural looks. And I know you're gonna feel more confident, and you're gonna be much happier knowing that you came into this world and that you were just basically building a future, you know, for yourself that has to do more with education than your appearance. And thank you, ladies, and I hope you've learned a few things from my speech today, and I appreciate all